Okay, so those who are from 21st century teacher workshop for them. So it's final proof last session. And we are concluding the last topic of this particular workshop. And also it's a part of today's III session, that is knowledge sharing session. So I welcome you all in today's session. Hope many of you are a student and from 21st century itself. If anyone else has joined, I don't know, but you all are welcome. And today's topic is classroom management. So yeah, let's discuss about classroom management. What do you think what we are going to do today? क्या लग रहा है क्या हो सकता है रोज ही तो मैनेज करते हैं मैम क्लासरूम क्या है उसमें है ना yes what might be there in classroom management any challenges you face yes
and how it can be so interesting, so communicating and the knowledge sharing with the kids,
right so how to make it more interesting and yes very good anything else
time management in the class, like doing all the activities for the day on that day only.
Right. So how you organize your class, whether you are completing your topics with the time or not. So yes, that is another aspect of classroom management. Anything else do you think classroom management should have? First, let's come from your end, vice versa. What you feel that what are the challenges while managing the class? Any specific challenge you face while managing the class?
हेलो मैम
Yes.
मैम फर्स्ट हमें पता करना है कि अगर क्लासरूम में बच्चे मतलब मान के चले कि 20 बच्चे हैं उसमें से 2 बच्चे हमें ना हमारा कुछ सुनने को तैयार है ना वो हमें कुछ करने को दे रहा है तो फर्स्ट हमें वो जानना चाहिए कि हमें उनको कैसे मैनेज करना है
Okay, so behavior management is most important aspect.
yes ma'am very important
Yeah, because most of the time when you are dealing with young learners rather than teaching, managing them is the biggest challenge, and that becomes your more you may say hectic task rather than teaching. Teaching may be very easy, but managing them becomes more difficult. So yes, this is complicated things. Behavior management, very good point. Yes, anything else?
रोते हुए बच्चे को अपनी तरफ अट्रैक्ट करके उनको सेटल डाउन करना.
ओके अट्रैक्ट करना मतलब क्या करना है डांस करना है क्या करेंगे
एनीथिंग व्हिच मेक्स देम
पहले से ही रो रहा है बेचारा हाँ
एनीथिंग व्हिच मेक्स देम फील हैप्पी maybe you can dance with them or we can sing for them we can play a game to make more interesting as a part of a class.
Okay, very good. So first thing is how to manage crying kids and settling them down and then making them cool down and then carry on with your class. Yes, very good. Anything else? Just a minute, I'm trying to get my PPT. Anything else? Okay, let me share my PPT with you all. Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's begin with our today's session on classroom management strategies. So यहाँ पे top 10 लिखा है लेकिन हम time हमारा जितना भी है 40 minutes already 10-15 minutes तो हो चुके हैं तो let's see कितना होता है अगर नहीं हुआ complete हम top 3 strategies देखने वाले हैं और 4 हम concepts देखेंगे कि exactly क्या-क्या चीजें आती है when it comes to classroom management. So let's begin with today's session. So what's the agenda? Brainstorming about topics. So already we have done some brainstorming like what are the different challenges. So first thing is we are going to discuss about 3 most effective classroom management strategy. This is what is the first agenda. Then we will see few of the examples. And then we will understand, okay, what are the takeaways of today's session. Yes. So let's move on then. Now to initiate our conversation, challenges while managing the class. Now, few of you have already discussed few of the challenges, that crying kids, managing the behavior of the kids, time management. Yes, these are few of the challenges. Other than this, anyone would like to add any of the challenge which is new or which is apart from whatever we have already discussed? किसी को add करना है any challenge? No one wants to add? Okay. So we have already.
Managing with special child in a class with the other kids, like hyperactive or little autistic child.
Right. So the thing is, always there should be separate school for special kids and separate arrangement. They should not be mixed up with the normal kids, and that is against the policy. If some schools are allowing special kids with the normal kids and they are taking such kind of admission, actually it's not ethical practice, because the thing is, whenever special kids are there, their requirements are different, and for that even teachers needs different kind of education, and even Aya and everyone should know their kind of behavioral aspect, and that's how they are also needs to be trained. So if they are mixing such kind of thing, that is first problem they are being a school they are doing. And of course, if at all you are trained as a teacher to manage special kids, then and then only you are actually able to manage it. Otherwise, it's very difficult, because there are different kind of abnormalities, and based on different kind of abnormalities, their behavior may vary. So it's not like abnormal means abnormal. There are different kind of problems. Some may have some kind of behavioral issues, some may have psychological issues, some may have some different problem. So yeah, it's we cannot mix it. That is first thing. And if at all it's there, so you need to speak to your management regarding that, and you need to sort out that problem, that issue, because otherwise you can't focus on to the normal kids, because most of the time you have to give your special attention to special child. Okay, so yeah. Now, this was all about challenges while managing the class. Now, let's move on with the quote, "The future of the world is in my classroom today," है ना? तो छोटे बच्चे हैं जिनको हम पढ़ा रहे हैं, जो आने वाली जनरेशन है, तो वो हमारी क्लास में है, इसलिए हमें जो भी हम सब कुछ क्लास में उनके साथ कर रहे हैं, वो एक्चुअली हमारे आने वाली जनरेशन को इम्पैक्ट करेगा। मतलब कल जो चीजें होने वाली है आने वाले जनरेशन में, वो एक्चुअली हमें आज बनानी है ना? तो ये सारी चीजें से स्टार्ट करते हैं। मतलब इसे तो ये अंडरस्टैंड करना है कि यार, टीचर नीड्स टू बी वेरी वेरी conscious and very mature enough to manage these kids while any kind of condition. It may not be only in the classroom, but apart from classroom also, whenever she's dealing with the kids, that moment of time she should be very careful. So what are the components of classroom management? Anyone can just let me know any component?
Discipline.
Okay, discipline. Anything else? That's it.
Advanced preparation for activities.
Advance.
Preparation for activities of the day.
Okay. You should be prepared and organized for the class, right? Now, these are the components which will help you out to manage your class. So firstly, we will understand what are those points which are very, very important aspect before going into the classroom management strategies. So anyone else want to add anything else? Otherwise, we will move on. और किसी को कुछ ऐड करना है? क्या हो सकते हैं components? Okay, let's move on then. So First is designing the classroom. Now, what kind of arrangement you are having, how you have arranged your, if you are having furnitures and all, so your desk benches hai, round table and chairs hai, what kind of arrangement you are having. Then how you have display your bulletin board, how you have display the different kind of material, what kind of safety measures you have taken, all these things, how your corridors are actually decorated or not, what kind of things are there. So whatever available resources are there, how you have managed all the resources and how you have done the organization of your classroom, that is what is very important. Now, whenever it comes to Maria Montessori method, actually, she has specified very clearly that there should be two types of sitting arrangement in the class, that yeah, one maybe with furniture and one should be without furniture. So always there should be space wherein eva mats or something, carpets and all should be there, and they may sit down and they may do their activities, their stuff sometime, as and when you are doing certain kind of activities, at that moment of time you should make them sit on the furniture, but there should not be fixed kind of things. There should be some kind of arrangement wherein you could mean setup should change as per your requirement, what kind of range activities you are doing, as per to that actually you should have arrangement. So yeah, as and when it comes to classroom arrangement, this is what is very important aspect, how you have designed your class, so how you are reaching to your students. Because if it's a desk bench, so sometime it may happen that you are very close to the front kids, but you are not that much closely connected with the last benchers. So mostly for the pre-nursery and nursery class, either if you are sitting with the furniture, then it should be the round table arrangement or V-shape arrangement, wherein everyone should have approach toward you and you are directly interacting with them face to face. Otherwise, if you are having desk bench kind of arrangement, then it should be like small classroom, and there should be proper space enough so that you can move around the classroom, and you should have direct interaction with each and every child one-on-one basis. So it should not happen that any of the time whoever star performers are there, they are interacting with you and they are giving all the answers, and then you are just neglecting the backbenchers. It should not happen. So that kind of arrangement you should have. So classroom design is the first component when it comes to classroom management. Then rules and discipline in the class. So, of course, first thing is whenever you are coming in the social environment, they should also know what kind of rules and discipline they need to follow. Otherwise, how you will actually tell them what is fair, what is unfair. So, firstly, whenever they are coming for the first time in the classroom, at that moment of time, you should make very clear cut rules and regulations, what comes under discipline and what comes under rules, what comes under constraints. So all these kind of things should be there. Just a minute, someone is there on door. Okay, so there should be very, very clear specification about rules and regulation. Now, kids should know what is in the discipline and what is not in the discipline. So just like, for example, if teacher is speaking in the class, they are not supposed to speak among themselves. That is what is the first thing in discipline, maintaining silence while teacher is teaching in the class. Then, of course, whenever they wants to talk, they may raise their hand, they may take the permission, and then accordingly they may speak. If at all they would like to go out, for that also they may raise their hand and they have to take permission. Of course, whenever they are coming inside the class, at that moment of time also they have to ask the proper permission. So all these kind of things, normal etiquettes and mannerism, but they should know how to behave inside the class, outside the class, what are the discipline. So you should actually set these rules in advance for all the classes. and it should be written somewhere. Now, not only written because these kids are very small and they could not read out the text very clearly. So first thing is, whatever rules you are making for them, apart from writing, it should, in terms of visuals also, it should be written somewhere. So for example, even in washroom, you are actually having certain kind of rules and regulations. So everything should be written, and along with pictures, it should be along with visuals, it should be clear. So this is what is about setting up rules and giving them what are the discipline measures they need to follow. Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, next component of classroom management is scheduling or organization. So yeah, this particular point is very important because for small kids, like playgroup, nursery, junior, senior, generally one teacher is there throughout the class. So there is not a problem that much because she may utilize her time for the whole 3 to 4 hours. And even though for one activity she could not manage her time, she may cover up in another activity. But if it's a class wherein one after another different lectures are going to happen, in that case, she needs to be very specific. What are kind of things she has to actually cover up into that particular stipulated amount of time. So time management and organization of task together is very, very important. So you should schedule it and you should execute it very nicely. Otherwise, it will be all mess up. Because generally activity time is the most crucial time, because small kids are there are several materials you are using while doing art and craft activity or color activity, anything like that, and they may mess up like anything, and that creates additional burden onto you because everyone wants to do it at the same time, and you can't pay attention to every child at the same moment of time. So again, that becomes one challenging thing. So of course you should have one more activity plan. So meanwhile you are attending one child one after another at the time of activity, another person, whoever is assistant teacher or whatever class attendant is there, she should manage them with some kind of circle time wherein there are different kind of toys or different kind of material they'll be actually using. Meanwhile, you are not giving them proper instruction while doing that particular activity time. So this is how you have to manage it. But again, time management is very important. So yeah, this is one of the important component, that is scheduling and organization. Then in instructional techniques. So what happens is you should be flexible enough while making them give certain kind of instructions. So what do you mean by first instruction techniques? Anyone would like to add up? होता क्या है इंस्ट्रक्शनल टेक्निक्स का मतलब? Anyone?
उनको इंस्ट्रक्शन कैसे दिए, just in sense how they understand and how should we give the instructions to them.
Okay, good. Anyone else wants to add? What do you mean?
With the help of books, stories, books, prompts, and this different kids friendly items, puppets, and I think these techniques.
Right, different kinds of methods which you execute while taking your class. Very good. Yes. Anything else? Instructional techniques? Okay. So of course, when it comes to instructional techniques, language comes first, है ना? First on first, because of course, though the media is English only, but for ESL learner class, English as a second language learner class, many of the time you have to repeat the instruction in the local language also, and that's how they may understand. So yeah, you should be very careful while you are using the language, because they may not completely understand whatever you are saying. So many of the time, if the smaller kids are there, for them you need to repeat the instruction in local language also. Now second thing is, for example, you are teaching to playgroup class as well as you are teaching to primary section. Now how you are behaving in the primary section, you your behavior, your body language, your way of telling them things maybe differ. What is that? क्या हो रहा है? Some किसी का mute पे चले जाओ, शायद कहीं से repeat हो रहा है. ठीक है? तो how you are behaving in one class that may differ from another class. So that is how you may change your instructional strategies. कहीं से किसी का ये तो नहीं है ना, अनम्यूट तो नहीं है, वो देख लेना है. बीच में थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्बेंस है, मेरी तरफ से भी है, मेरे बैकग्राउंड में थोड़ा सा डिस्टर्बेंस. Okay, so this was all about components of classroom management, and now we are starting with the strategies of classroom management. So should we begin classroom management strategies? Pehli strategy.
Yes, please, ma'am.
Yes. So the first strategy is, the best classroom management strategy is creating positive classroom relationship. Now, what do you understand when I say positive classroom relationship? Anything comes to your mind?
Bonding with the children.
Bonding with the children. निकलना है तुम्हें? Yes, bonding with the children. Then
Greeting them while coming in the class.
yes, greeting them, bonding with them. Then
क्लासरूम में बच्चे
Appreciating them.
पॉजिटिव लगना चाहिए, इसलिए बैकग्राउंड जो है क्लासरूम का
हाँ हाँ.
वो एनिमल्स के पिक्चर्स वगैरह ऐसे रहने चाहिए.
Okay.
Appreciating them.
Yes, you should always appreciate them, and you should have positive atmosphere. Right. Good. Okay. So build relationship. Now, what do you understand by build relationship is, you should have firstly positive classroom environment, effective classroom management techniques, and you should have actually personal one-on-one relation with every kid. Means it should not happen that you are biased with few of the kids, you are always taking care of them, you are very, very careful about them, and for few of the kids you are not available. It should not happen. So you should be available for each and every one. You should know the name of each and every child. You should know them personally, what are their challenges, what are their problems, what are their issues, and you should be very, very understanding for all kind of challenges and issues they are having at the personal level. So that is what is the personal bonding you should have with each and every child. Then of course, this also someone has already mentioned, and yes, this also someone has mentioned that we should give them praise, we should admire them, and we should always appreciate their work, how they are doing it and all, and always we should have good positive environment. So yeah, and you should always, yes beta. Sorry. So you should have always a good positive environment, so that students should feel trusted, and they should feel safe and secure when they are with you. Because many of the time, because kids are not feel safe, because of that only they cry most of the time, or they are not very pleasant in the environment, because for the first time they come out of their home and their comfort zone, and because they have left their comfort zone and they have come out of their shell, so they are not adjusted with the environment, and that's how they are not having that trust. So that trust building should be there ki, yes, I'm safe with my teacher, and my teacher is very loving and caring, and I could share each and everything which I could share with my mama, I could share with my teacher also. So that kind of trust you need to build with them, and they should share their things, like they should ask you permission and all sort of things. So they should do their personal communication with you. That is what is very important. Otherwise, if they not feel safe and trusted with you, then they'll not also listen to you. So yes, you should have that one-on-one bonding with each and every child. That is building positive relationship or positive environment in the classroom. So that was first classroom management technique. Now it's activity time. So हम pressure cooker नहीं, हम कुछ और activity देखने वाले हैं. सो 8 मिनट है अपने पास। देखते हैं सर्कल टाइम की कुछ एक्टिविटीज फटाफट करने की कोशिश करते हैं। वैसे इसके बाद भी कुछ टेक्निक्स है, बट लेट्स सी कितना कवर होता है। तो यस, नाउ फर्स्ट इज ड्रामा मेथड। नाउ पहला एक ये 2-3 जो गेम है ये मैं बताती हूँ आप लोग को कि किस तरह से एग्जीक्यूट करना है। अब अगर आपको खेलना भी है मेरे साथ तो फिर हो जाओ रेडी खेलने के लिए। पहला है कॉमेडी चैंपियनशिप। सो आर यू ऑल रेडी टू प्ले? सर्कल टाइम करना है।
यस मैम।
ओके, तो वीडियो पे आना पड़ेगा सबको, अपने कैमरे ऑन करने पड़ेंगे। चलो फटाफट, 7 मिनट बाकी है इस मीटिंग को, फिर ये गेम हो जाना चाहिए, फिर बाकी की 2 एक्टिविटीज हम फिर से करेंगे। बस 2-3 कैमरे ऑन, बाकी के लोग कौन से दुनिया में कौन से प्लैनेट पे है अपने ब्यूटीफुल चेहरे दिखा सकते हो सब लोग। ओके, तो कॉमेडी चैंपियनशिप। कॉमेडी चैंपियनशिप कैसे खेलना है? फर्स्ट थिंग, as it's a circle time game, so of course what you need to do is you have to make them sit in the circle. And now the situation, now you all have to think that you are in the circle and there will be one child who will stand in the center of the circle. Clear? Arrangement कैसा है? सब लोग राउंड खड़े रहने दो या फिर बैठने दो। स्टैंड अप कॉमेडी अगर करने हैं तो लेट देम स्टैंड एवरीवन, एंड द पर्सन हु इज इन बिटवीन द सर्कल ही इज एक्चुअली अ स्टार्टर। नाउ पहले मैं एक्सप्लेन करती हूँ, उसके बाद हम खेलने की कोशिश करेंगे। अब ऑनलाइन मोड में वो कितना इफेक्टिव होगा आई डोंट नो, बट इन द क्लासरूम यू कैन डू इट वेरी नाइसली। सो ऑफकोर्स जो बीच में बच्चा है उसको इन लोगों में से, मतलब हर एक के पास वो जा सकता है, उसको हंसाना है। और बाकी लोगों को एक्चुअली ऐसे है कि मतलब उनको हंसना तो नहीं है, बट या ही शुड डू समथिंग दैट अनदर चाइल्ड विल लाफ। तो गेम का ऐसे है कि जब मैंने स्टार्ट बोला तो वहां से काउंटिंग शुरू होगी। जो बैकग्राउंड में काउंटिंग है वो कोई बाकी के बच्चे करेंगे या फिर एक बच्चा करेगा। तो 1 to 30 का काउंटिंग होगा। अब ये 1 to 30 में उसको चांस मिलेगा कि वो हर बच्चे के साथ सर्कल टाइम में उसके पास जाके he may do certain kind of activities through which actually he may laugh. तो वो कोई फेसेस बना सकता है, कोई फनी फेसेस बना सकता है, कोई एक्टिंग कर सकता है, कोई जोक सुना सकता है, वो कुछ भी कर सकता है। तो what he has to do is he has to make another person laugh. Is it clear? हाँ, तो है कोई कॉमेडी चैंपियन अपने इसमें जो किसी हम सबको ऑनलाइन मोड में लाफ करना सिखाए और फिर बाकी के लोगों को काउंटिंग करनी है, जैसे हम टिक टिक बोलते हैं तो उस टाइप का फिर आएगा। और अगर फिर वो 1 to 30 के काउंटिंग में उसने लाफ नहीं करा तो उसके लिए भी एक ये है फाइन, या फिर बोल सकते हैं ना उसको। तो वो भी है, लेकिन वो मैं बाद में बताऊंगी। पहले तो ये कि कोई है रेडी, कोई हंसा सकता है दूसरों को, कुछ कर सकता है हंसाने के लिए? एनीवन? नहीं, कोई भी नहीं है कॉमेडी चैंपियन? अच्छा ठीक है, तो ये जो है दिस इज व्हाट इज द फर्स्ट राउंड वेर ही हैज टू go to one and one after another person, and he has to do something which make them laugh. Now if the whole 1 to 30 has completed but still he could not make other students laugh, in that case there is one kind of punishment, और बोलते हैं ना उसको कि उसको कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा। तो उस केस में उसको आप एक राउंड हॉपिंग करने के लिए बोल सकते हो, या फिर लंगड़ी करने के लिए बोल सकते हो, या फिर एनिमल का वॉकिंग करने के लिए बोल सकते हो। तो इस टाइप से। एंड अब ये हुआ कि अगर उसने नहीं हंसाया तो क्या होगा? अब हंसाया तो एक्चुअली ये गेम कैसे एग्जीक्यूट होगा? पहले वो जिसके पास जाएगा जो हंस पड़ा, मतलब लाफिंग चैलेंज होता है ना उस टाइप का, तो उसको लाफिंग चैलेंज मतलब उसको हंसना नहीं है, हंसता है तो वो आउट हो जाता है। तो जो हंसा वो आउट हो गया। फिर अभी जो बीच में था उसकी जगह पे वो जो हंसा है वो बीच में आ जाएगा, एंड देन उसके ऊपर रहेगा। तो उसको करना पड़ेगा 1 to 30 एंड ही हैज टू अगेन गो एंड मेक अदर लाफ। सो हैव यू अंडरस्टूड दिस गेम? इट इज कॉमेडी चैंपियनशिप गेम। तो कर सकते हो आप लोग एक्टिविटी टाइम में, सर्कल टाइम में। इसको आप और भी बहुत सारी चीजों से रिप्लेस कर सकते हो, जैसे अभी हंसाने के लिए बोला है तो एनिमल्स के नाम ये आवाज निकालने के लिए बोल सकते हो, कुछ अलग एक्टिविटीज भी इसके साथ आप कर सकते हो। सो दिस इज व्हाट इज कॉमेडी चैंपियनशिप वाला फर्स्ट, जो आप लोगों ने नहीं खेला। नाउ द सेकेंड गेम इज इट्स रिगार्डिंग म्यूजिक कॉन्सर्ट। तो म्यूजिक कॉन्सर्ट में सब लोग को रिदम वगैरह वो थोड़े बहुत तो स्लो फास्ट है तो सबको ही समझता है ना। तो इसमें क्या करना है, इस पर्टिकुलर एक्टिविटी के अंदर आपको सबसे पहले तो स्लो में क्लैप है ना, तो ये जो है ये आप मेरे साथ कर सकते हो। नाउ क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप, तो पैर पे जो है यहाँ पे आप टैप टैप कर सकते हो एंड यहाँ पे क्लैप क्लैप। तो क्लैप मेरे साथ करो, क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप, क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप। तो ये एक रिदम है जो अभी बहुत स्लो जा रही है, ठीक है। तो ये जो पहले स्लो रिदम है इसके साथ एक राउंड होगा, जो मैंने क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप किया तो फिर मेरे से दूसरा वाला क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप, तो क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप, ये हो गया फर्स्ट राउंड। नाउ ये पूरा राउंड आपको कंप्लीट करना है सर्कल टाइम में हर किसी के साथ। अब ये होने के बाद हर किसी का नाम इंट्रोड्यूस करना है दूसरे राउंड में। तो सेकेंड राउंड जो होगा उस राउंड में क्लैप क्लैप माय नेम नीता, क्लैप क्लैप क्लैप। अभी इसको क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप नहीं बोला तो भी चलेगा, माय नेम नीता, माय नेम नीता। देन जो लोग वीडियो पे है उन लोग को मैं सिर्फ एक ही बार में बोलूंगी एंड उसके बाद फिर आप अनम्यूट करके चाहे तो कोशिश करो ना। आई डोंट नो कि ऑनलाइन इसमें वो कितना इफेक्टिव होगा, बट जस्ट ट्राई करते हैं। तो पहला राउंड एक बार कर लेते हैं, आ जाओ सब लोग। मैंने जैसे ही क्लैप क्लैप टैप टैप बोला उसके बाद फिर बाकी लोग आपका अपना चालू करो, ठीक है, लेकिन वो रिदम आना चाहिए। Yes, start. Unmute करके करो।
अकेला,
My name
My
is Bharti.
is Devanshi.
My name Ashwini.
Clap my name Karpana.
Clap, clap. My name Amita.
Clap, clap. My name Harshada.
Clap, clap. My name Amita. Clap, clap. My name Nasri.
ओके, वेरी गुड। 1 मिनट बाकी है, ये बंद हो सकता है, अगर बंद हुआ तो फिर से ज्वाइन कर लेंगे थोड़ी देर के लिए, ठीक है। यस, कंटिन्यू।